Lesson 10.6, solving quadratic equations with the quadratic formula. And we'll also touch on lesson 10.7, interpreting the discriminant. We did completing the square last lesson. Pretty neat stuff, but perhaps we could set up a process where we don't have to go through all those steps, because it is complicated. If we just had something with variables and constants, could we come up with a formula? The first thing we would have done is divide everything by a. Then we would have moved the CA over. Then we take the value in front of the x, which is b over a, divided by 2. Put that in a box. Square it. And we add that to both sides. Rewrite the side on the left with what's in the box. On the right, we're going to multiply this by 4 over 4 to get a common denominator. We'll end up with b squared. We're going to change the order. Minus 4c all over 4a. Then we take square root of both sides. And I took square root of 4. It's the only thing I could really take square root of. We have a radical on the bottom. We don't want that, so we multiply it up here. And it goes on and on. So, I think I might have made a mistake in there, but it doesn't matter. If you had enough, good. I could have just given you the formula, but I thought some of you might want to see where it comes from. X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And yes, you need to memorize it, but no, you don't. But I didn't just say that. So here's how it works. Those are the a, b, and c values. And you just plug them in. X equals negative, whatever the b is, 5 plus or minus negative 5 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 8 all over 2 times 3. Then it's just a little bit of math, order of operations. I'm going to do a lot of this very quickly. 4 times 8 is 32, times 3 is 96. Negatives cancel out, so we get plus plus. 5 squared is 25. We get 121 all over 6. X equals negative 5 plus or minus 11 all over 6. Break it into 2. Negative 5 plus 11 over 6 is 1. Negative 5 minus 11 over 6 is negative 8/3. And that's how you do it. That's a very complicated one, but that pretty much covers it all. So what are the major concerns? Well, in my experience, negatives always get messed up. You saw I made the mistake a couple times in there. Remember, there should be 2 answers. A lot of people forget about that, and that's usually, as we'll show you in a little bit. It's just complicated algebra. It's complicated math. You just got to get it done right. So here's another one. 2x squared minus 7 equals x. Get everything over. A equals 2. B equals -1. C equals -7. You should try at this point to put it in yourself. I would pause the recording. And now I'll do it. Since we don't have a perfect square, we have to estimate it with the calculator. Two answers. -2.1. -0.9. And that's it. Again, complicated, but it's plug and chug. Take the numbers, put them in, crank it out. You should take your numbers at the end and make sure they work just by checking them real quick. So I just put 2.1 in here, and I ended up with 1.82 should equal 2.1. Those are not exact, but they're roughly close enough. Actually, I'm guessing I made a mistake somewhere in there. Nope, just round off. So, that's it. Here's some practice for you. A equals 1, B equals 4, C equals 0. A equals -1, B equals 5, C equals -14. Give them a shot if you can. Three negatives in this one, 2 will cancel out. And we end up with -55 inside the radical. So we know there's no solution. I'm going to cancel this part out and just say, what happened here? There's no solution. We have a negative inside the radical. no solution. We know if we graph it, that's one of the ones that did this. Doesn't hit the X, so you can't have any solutions. Let's take a look quickly at sorry about that. At this one, A equals 4, B equals negative 12, C equals 9, X equals 12 plus or minus 144 minus 4 times 4 times 9 all over 2 times 4. Turns out everything inside the radical is 0. So we end up with just 12 plus or minus 0 all over 8, also known as 3/2. So just like when we graph, we can have 2 solutions, 1 solution, or 0 solutions. To check, all you gotta do is see what's under the radical and make your life a little bit easier. And that's the first thing you should do. We call that the discriminant for no particular reason. And so do that one first after you put your equations in order. And sometimes I'll say just how many solutions. Well, all you have to do then is the whole b squared minus 4ac. So for this one, it would be 25 minus 4 times 2 times 6. And that is 25 minus 48. Negative 23. No solutions. Here it would be 4 minus 4 times 3 times negative 7, which is 4 plus 84, which is 88. Positive number, there'll be 2 solutions. Over here we get 4 minus 4 times negative 1 times negative 1. 2 of these cancel. We get 0, 1 solution. You can do the whole problem if you want, but if you want to be faster with it, you do the discriminant first. Saves you a little bit of time. A lot of practice here, a lot of work. Good luck.